Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, my people of faith. Thank you for tuning in to the Gatekeepers Podcast once again. The message for today is Jesus is knocking at your door and he wants to come in. Now listen, I've always heard that message. I've heard it over and over and over. And I've always heard it say, if you knock on the door shall be answered. If you ask, you shall receive. But sometimes we don't receive because we ask with wrong motives. But today, this message was Jesus is knocking at your door and he wants to come in. He will not force his way into your lives. He will only come in if you invite him to come in. See, he presents himself as a solution to our problems. But when he invites himself, will not interfere unless we ask him. So he's knocking at the door. He wants to come in. So listen, here is something that I heard from a quote with Alexander Graham Bell. It says, when one door closes, another one's open. But we often look so long, so regretfully upon the closed doors that we do not see the one which has opened for us, the one that God has opened for us. So God is knocking at the door. And here's a scripture that goes with that. Revelations 3:20, he said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. And if anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in. I will dine with you. He will come in and sit with you, talk with you, just be with you, be in your presence. He said, and you with me. So you know that God is knocking on the door. You need to open the door. Let him come in. Invite him to come in. Allow him to change your life from a different perspective. Seek him more. He's already knocking. He's waiting for you to open the door. And a lot of times we don't hear the door knocking because it's too crowded, because we hear everything else knocking, because we're tuned with so much going on. We're tuned with everything around us. We're tuned with the TV. We're tuned with the neighbors. We're tuned with friends and family, the phone, gossiping, bike biting, bickering. We're just attuned with so much going on. So Jesus is knocking. And if you know what a knock is, somebody can be knocking at your door plain as day. I'm talking about a loud knock like they just beating. Okay, that's not the kind of knock that he's knocking, but it's something in your spirit that he's pulling and tugging on you. It might be something that you're going through. It might be your late night sleep. You can't sleep at night. You're sitting up and you wonder why you can't sleep, and you wonder why your eyes are just open and you don't know what's going on. That's because he has something to say. He's knocking. He wants to speak with you. He wants to allow you to let him come in. It might be something going on at the job that you at. That job that you at might be just getting aggravated to the point where everything at that job is just starting to be a mess. It's messing up. It's messing up. It's messing up for a purpose. Sometimes God will push us out. He'll push us out of that place that we're trying to hold on to. Just like a relationship, he'll push us out. He'll push us out of those relationships that we're trying to hold on to. Not just husband relationship, not relationships that boyfriends. I'm to my friendship relationships. If it don't mean us no good, and if it's not righteousness, and it's not lining up with the will of God for our life, and it's just not in alignment with God for you, he wants you out of it. He's knocking at the door. He wants to be in that place of relationship. He wants to show you how to have a good relationship. He wants to show you how to have a relationship, a godly relationship, a kingdom relationship, a respectfully relationship. He just wants you to be with him in a relationship. If you don't have the relationship that you're looking for, or if you're not in the right relationship, or you don't understand what real relationship is, sit with God. Open the door. Open the door. He will explain to you what a relationship is. A real relationship. He will show you. Even the scripture, different things in the Bible, he showed you what a relationship is. Just like Mary and Martha, he showed you what a relationship is. Mary sat at his feet. Mary sat and with him to listen, to teach, to understand him. She sat with him. That's a relationship. It's different relationships that God have with us in our lives. And if you can find a scripture in the Bible that relate to something that God says that's a relationship with you, then read it. Read it. but let him in. He's knocking on the door. Thank y'all for listening to this message today. And always, always remember to love yourself, to pray, to seek God, and to allow God in no matter where you at. Allow him in. Y'all have a blessed day.